Alright. Where are my buttons? That's one button. And here's the other button. Alright. I left it on the screen because I wanted to illustrate or show the trigger warning. So yeah, this game has a trigger warning. In case you're a pussy. So we'll see if that bodes ill for the game or not. But it does not really speak. Yeah, it doesn't really fill me with... I fucking hate these. I fucking hate this bullshit. Screen resolution percentage. How about a 100%? How about that resolution? Is that good? You can't limit it to 60 FPS. That's retarded. Alright, sure. It can only run at 75 FPS. I genuinely don't know why people have motion blur in their games. Like, it doesn't look good. Hello, Helixar. How's it go? Dialogue skipping. Show minimap. Nudity? I don't know how much nudity there is. Am I gonna get banned? I'm gonna disable that. Let's make sure that's off. Just in case. I know you can have nudity, but it's like, I don't know. Especially YouTube. On Twitch it's more okay. Thaumata. It's a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge or a tempermancer is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one. Trigger warning, by the way. Trigger warning. This game, it has a trigger warning, so don't be scared if anything happens.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Rikia.
Heading back to Hogwarts.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
First, play a trick on him? Go ahead and dictate your message. Why would I play a trick on him?
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Don't add anything.
That will do.
From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this
W.
headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere. On every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Wow, rude. Okay, you can walk around. Oh. Lost letter. Dear Antoni, it feels like ages have passed since your last letter. Or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I am losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constanti. Yes, I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anielka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Letter. Dear Janko, they're just leaving letters all over the place. Please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it's not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going to the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves. Have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time. Go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there, and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Liu. Okay. Perception. As a thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight. You can anticipate the enemy's actions. You can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goals easier. That's nice. That means that we can always go in the opposite direction. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August 29 have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Bulygin were to be discussed. I'm going to brutalize these names, by the way. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Bulygin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc in the turmoil. 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. But I don't think Polish is that hard to pronounce. Because it's like some languages you have to like slur your words, or you have to like, you know, like French or German. But I think Polish is pretty normal in general.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
It's like the Zs and stuff like that that are weird. And like the U's, like kurwa. That's pretty normal still. Blech. That's a little bit. Blech is a little bit weird. But even then, not that much. Say thank you and get in.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Oh no. It's unfortunate I can't click outside the game. I hate when games do that.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
If I wanted to pause, I would pause. Don't have to pause for me because the game is not focused. A lot of Eastern types come through there. Nice boots. Like this is fucked up. How do you say that? Proletariatis Brzzola. 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 Proletariatis. Proletariatis. Proletariatis Brzzola. Soon, the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. I don't know if that was a Polish accent. I feel like it was, kind of.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
What did you call me?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Aye, indeed. A proud answer. It not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots.
No, that's not what I wanted to say.
Sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
What? Huh? Why are we fighting? When your enemies lose all their health points, you win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on bars below their feet, while your health points are represented by a bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. Alright. Quick attack. Planned attack. Slow. What does that mean? It one-shots his ass. Fuck does slow mean? Alright, I'm gonna fuck him up. Ooh. Fuck. Eat shit. Fuck you. What the hell? You fucking cut me! What kind of officer are you? Actions queue. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions, to find out what they are. To find out what they are planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Each skill has its own speed. Yeah, okay. Unfurl? Precision cut. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good... I think that's a really good addition to a turn-based system in general. So there's really no reason for me to not smack him with the big fist here. Fuck you. Ah! And this is a guaranteed kill. Quick skill, you can use it in the very next round. What does that mean? Oh, this is round 5. We're on round 5 now. So this attack plays out in round 6. Well, this one plays out in round 5. I see. Okay.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit. That some cripple got the better of them.
I'm not crippled. Thaumaturge points. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt saluters to enable further development. Okay, Deed. This upgrade enables using perception in the dimension Deed. In the dimension Heart, Mind, Deed, Word. Okay. Reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. Bond of Brutality increases the damage from the Salutors and next attack by 50%. Gives a 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. Makes you lose focus instead of taking damage with a 4-to-1 ratio. Gives a 40% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. Makes every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage. This upgrade adds a point to the dimension Heart. Word. Okay. Upir. Your bond is weakened and in danger of collapsing. This upgrade allows you to manipulate the dimension Heart. Okay, so we have a fucking guy there. Okay, so I think we have these already. We have perception everywhere. I have 1 heart point, it seems. Dimension Force Heart is enhanced by flaws, Pride. Oh, okay. So we can develop this. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of choice, right? Like, you go forward. Or, wait, hold on. No, now this is 2. Oh. What is the huh? Skill upgrades. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely. Gamble. Oh, okay. I understand. Gives a 60% chance of dealing double damage. Well. The issue here is if I put Gamble on quick attacks, then planned attack is bad. I think. I'm gonna put it on planned attack. Flaw. Many people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract salutors and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in the future. My innate flaw. It got me into trouble on more than one occasion, but also kept me out of it sometimes too. It is an integral part of me. Upir follows this flaw. Increases the heart dimension's force by 1. Upir. This is my stand. Eerie intoxication inflicts damage, restores your health points by 1, which is half of what you've lost. Each subsequent action that restores health points will restore less of it. Bloody Penance inflicts damage. The target's health points determine how much damage the skill inflicts. The more health points, the higher the damage. Librum Veto reduces focus, removes all negative states from you. Not of this world, inflicts damage, restores your health points by 1, which is half of what you've lost. Okay. But like, I don't understand what this means. Okay. Oh, there's where the point was. Yeah. That's where the point is. Okay.
Good boy.
We pet the dog. I'm gonna make the dog not petable on purpose. Newspaper. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jérôme Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days. There's very little like Napoleon media out there, to be perfectly honest, which is really weird, considering how much people yap about Napoleon.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Say you want to see for yourself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Explain how you tracked him down. Say you were born in Warsaw. Where are you coming from? Here's the question. Does he mean where I came from? Just like right now? Or is he just Polish and he's just asking the question strangely? I explain how you tracked him down.
I first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Accept the challenge.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Trace certain Rasputin. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Examine the object.
Have you figured anything out yet?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. What's going on here? Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Honestly,
Let's take a look around.
I right-click. I think we'll figure it out.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Prayer book. An ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder. But that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. The Dimension Force Too Low deed. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Oh. Here you go. Haircloth. A penitential device for voluntary self-mortification of the body. Dimension Force Too Low. There's something here. Dimension Force Too Low. Dirty Bowl. Word. I think that's it then. Yep. Yep, you're good at sex. That's what we figured out.
Wizard.
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Tell him what problem you've got.
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
A proud answer. It not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. Say you can pay him well. You're prepared to beg. You can pay him well. Sure.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try.
He's gonna have sex with me.
Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Up.
I need to get out of here.
Have to go mash the
What is this
snap button.
Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Found my stand.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out.
I want sweep.
It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
I must sweep. I am Polish innkeeper. I must sweep. What is this? Rasputin. Okay. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch for the one you'd like to track. Okay. You said people still want to cut me? What's on here? Protective charm. Made of strings, sticks, and feathers, it's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. I want to level up mind. Your bond is restored thanks to Rasputin's help. I need more Pokemons. What was that?
What do we have here?
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
She spat at my feet. Dropped apple. A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling. Dropped a fruit basket and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear.
Am I sensing?
Salt on the doorstep. Salt on the doorstep protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. Of course. Obviously.
Thaumaturge never fails me.
Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
The conflicted neighbors. A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. Draw a conclusion. It seems that the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge, a classic of the genre. Support the wise woman's verdict.
The grey-haired lady is right. Without an assessment of the stolen object's value or evidence it was stolen, this is just slander. And strangling geese is nothing short of mob justice.
And who asked you, smartass?
You did.
Don't worry, sir. When he sobers up, he'll apologize. It's only too bad about Goose.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing.
It's very sad of Goose. What are you sniffing around for? Diary of an Oblate Priest. They say that every nation has its demons. Its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave. But I have gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God, and I learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils, cursed by God, are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Sirmia, people whispered the name of Bukawak, a cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. A fairy tale, you say? But I have seen Bukawak, here, in Pyatigorsk. I heard the rattle of his chains, and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul. And I felt the fury that this wraith brings with it. The anger from which there is no escape. The taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of the Oblate Church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. Unfinished letter. So, my dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so, that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. And now you're calling us stupid, backward. You repeat after that rector of yours. Ksudieki. Ksudieki. That Georgian, your language, is the language of dogs. And you want to write to me only in Russian. Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. Lots of yapping. Yap, 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 yap.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Well, I don't really have anything to say to her.
Then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Alright. No, I don't know. I could accuse her of something, but that didn't seem like there was any point in. Did the camera, like, change angle or something? Maybe not. A sorcerer and a witch! Excuse me?
I sensing?
Damaged axe shaft. A damaged axe shaft. The trace it bears does not belong to Desna. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. I need to level up. Hand-carved and elaborately painted wooden box. Word.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Oh, relax. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Diversion reduces focus. How much focus does he have? You and your Salutator each have your own separate set of skills. Ah. These guys are tanky as fuck. Well, we'll do this attack here, right? Reduces focus. The enemy has lost all of their focus and is now in the breakdown state. It's a great chance to launch a strong attack. It's fast. Holy shit. Fuck you. So all of his attacks are slow. He has one focus. There it is. I was struggling to see where the focus was. So this... Okay, reducing his focus, like, stuns him, too. It's like an interrupt. Fuck you, pal.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Yeah, fuck you. Now we harass her even more.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
Alright. He's not letting me in. Oh, hello. There's something more here. Dish shards. Broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger-pointing and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Domestic squabbles. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together, despite everything. Okay. Well, I don't know. Any of this matters? Who's her husband then? Either way, we can since we found that we can knock one more time. Let's see.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
Okay. Maybe we'll get back to that later.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
The coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Manipulation. You can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction will change, and the appear will appear next to the character. Okay, but that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to find this... I feel like the Salutor is the girl. We're not finding anything else. It's like either that or the lady, the old lady. Finding anything, am I? But maybe we need to come back later. Is this... like, where is this pointing me? This is pointing me towards him. Right? No, it keeps switching between. Okay. E switches. But I think this just kind of points you... yeah, it's just showing me that I'm in the area, that's it. Alright. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone, and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job. Such was his fate. The shovel will still show traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that had engulfed them. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering.
I'm not going anywhere.
Make the coachman's fatigue go away. Heart 1.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Okay.
Damn it.
My dimension force is too low. What was that? Was that mine? Deed. Okay. Deed 1. Restores your focus. On quick attack? Maybe? Reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. What does that mean? Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Stone strikes against stone, heavy, guided by a hateful hand. The blows carry anger, despair, chaos. The tombstone cracks and crumbles, but it's not enough. Death is not enough. Vandalizing a grave is not enough. Nothing will ever be enough. Rasputin is right there. Oh, is that the only thing we found here? Alright, yeah. That's it.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Thank him for his help.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
Explain what's changed.
I see him. My Uper. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're
Yeah, exactly. Ask what he's doing here.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
Ask about the district elder's death. Doom. Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good. Ask about the district elder's death.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
Ask the woman about the ill fortune hanging over the village.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed, before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
The aesthetic is quite nice. Yeah, so far it's like super duper duper slapjank, I'll be honest. There's so many small things, like when you're just playing the game, that it just super jank in like all respects so far. But I kind of like it so far, actually, otherwise. But it's... it's definitely slapjank. Tell him they might be right.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villages in Wailing at night.
Are the voices too low still?
People, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around it?
I feel like it's too low for me, and I have the game at like 50%. I'm gonna push it up to like 65.
And have a mouth full of giant fangs.
A book of hatch.
Book of
Where
Hatch.
did this elder live?
Okay, so C's at the end are at Sh.
Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
But that's not true either. That's not always true. Because sometimes you have like a Vic. Vach. So, okay. Book of Hatch. So it would have been a Book of Vic, but it's a Book of Hatch, because it's an A. A woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Book of Hatch. A peaceful and happy village? Not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of Bukavach. They are trying to defend themselves against this dark force with folk methods. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we can find anything else here. And like other things, just like in the settings, for example, that's just like it just boggles my mind, because there's a frame rate limiter, but the minimum FPS is 75. You have 75, 120, and 140. What the fuck is 75 FPS? What kind of standard is that? Who has a 75 FPS monitor? So weird. Burned homestead. I think this, the shadows have since passed here. We're gonna get back to that. So let's go here and do this. Locals recall the place with longing for lost peace and light. Marked by death, it has been cursed. Burned homestead. I do find the JRPG combat a very interesting choice. But so far it seems alright, the combat. But we'll see. I like that they're actually doing like time-based stuff, which I think is a very, very strong approach for JRPG combat.
What do you expect to find in this place? The fire was almost a year ago.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever is carrying the flaw that lured the Salutor here.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
Ask why he came with you.
Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a Thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
Alright. Tell him about flaws and salutors.
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left on human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Honestly? Even higher volume. The voices are so low.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
Don't reveal your flaw to him. Change the subject.
It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I can now catch my next salutor. Make another bond with it, and its power will allow me to start influencing people.
That sounds
Thanks
evil.
to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind
What's your
them.
goal here? You're
And
just
I think
evil.
I'm now able to catch my second salutor.
Explain what traces are.
People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
Say why having multiple salutors is dangerous.
If I do manage to catch another salutor, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary Thaumaturge wouldn't even try more than once. Only a few have multiple salutors.
Why?
Tell him what happened to you when you tried it once.
Some have lost their lives trying, others their senses. I was close to madness. I lost my sense of reality. I didn't know what was true. But I know I can do it. I'm almost 100% sure.
Isn't this exactly the sort of thinking that caused your problems that led you to me?
That doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
This time, I've got you with me. I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't stop you.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
A destroyed door frame. By some miracle, it survived the fire. Fear of the flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the door frame, and trepidation about losing a loved one. Do have inventory stuff. I have a revolver? What the fuck?
A horrible death.
A dried bloodstain. It has soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with his scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body. The heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. You don't really need to keep spamming. You can see the petals in the air.
True fear.
A charred ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish of an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes.
I felt something. Where is it? So much suffering.
A charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle. The buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. It pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice. It cuts deep, all the way to the soul. I think you maybe want to spam it. I'm not sure. That all? Why's this guy here?
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime.
Demon!
Another gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give him back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Vesna's trace. The same trace can be felt on the ragdoll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained, her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor!
Victor!
I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Hey, these guys again? Haven't I PvP'd you enough?
Father, we're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Say yes, and that you can do it again.
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Alright. 1v3. Dude, this guy is just like not joining in the fight? Come on, man. Okay, this guy has 1 focus. They all have 1 focus, so doing this is the best thing you can always do, almost. And then we do this. This kills 1 guy. Fuck you. Bah! Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. What happened to this guy's actions? So... Wait. Planned hit 6 to 10. Deep cut inflicts damage and reduces focus. I mean, does it matter if I lose focus? I don't think so. We can stun both of them, can't we? Yeah, fuck you. Not of this world. Fuck you. Did I crit? I just stabbed him. Okay. Spamming like the focus loss thing seems super OP. It didn't even get to attack once.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back.
Grigori. Now I want to play Dragon's Dogma even more.
About what happened here.
Where's my loot? Okay, we got another one. I'm gonna get 1 in everything. First thing, 1 in everything. Now we have a fortune. 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. Yeah, this can... I think this can only go there. Can this go anywhere? Yeah, it can. So if the enemy is suffering... Restores focus by 3. Fuck is suffering? Restores your focus. 50% chance of interrupting the enemy. I mean, that's gotta go there, right? Because, like, having an interrupt on the slow attack feels pointless. It's just like having focus restore on planned attack is also a bit, like, I don't know, but I think that makes sense. A destroyed door frame. By some miracle, it survived the fire. Thick lines of wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words, carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into a deaf void. Alright, well, I don't think there was anything else here that was, like, uncertain. Now that we have one in everything, we should be able to read, like, everything in the village. I think. Actually, let's look. We can look here, right? Rasputin stuff, but that might not be something we can look at anymore. Haircloth. This is Rasputin. Here, damaged axe shaft. A wooden box. Coachman. The burned homestead. Lost in time. Deed. Bukovac. Hi, Mon. What game is this? What is the Paimon? You were so beautiful, fallen angel, full of grace, energy, and color. I thought that you would become my teacher, that you would open the world of philosophy, art, and magic to me, that together we would discover the secrets of Earth's elements and the secrets of people's heart. That I would become something more, that having as many as 2 salutors, I would reach for what is available only to the strongest. Instead, you broke me. You brought nightmares and visions that crushed my mind to dust. Because of you, I am nothing but a shadow. Oh, this is the one that he tried to tame, the wild one. Upir, my first salutor. He came to me more than 15 years ago, and I offered him my heart and the flaw of pride I carry. By trying to capture others, I fell into a spiral of torment and exhaustion that cost me my connection to Upir. I can no longer use his power, nor even fully see him. We are both shadows of our old selves. I cannot help him, but I've heard of someone who can. Upir is back, along with his power. It's wonderful to see him again. Upir is the ghost of a Slavic nobleman who gambled with his life and that of his companions, and then lost it in an honorable fight. That is why the flaws that lure the Upir are those related to arrogance, bravery, honor, and pride. My Upir came to me when my sense of pride and desire to take matters into my own hands became insurmountable. 15 years ago, against my father's bidding, Abarici. How the hell do you pronounce that shit? Abarici and I decided to act on our own account. Each of us has paid for it in his own way. He is capable of healing. The power of his offensive skills depends on your health points. Oh, come on, don't call it health points. What was that? Alright. Back to the village. Wooden box. Yeah, we have some perceptions available. I also want to see if we can go back into the inn again. Maybe we can look at his other things. Because I'm kind of hinting, I feel, at a bit of an issue with the game. Maybe. We'll see. It looks like you can no longer take those. Oh, no. No. I think there's nothing left in here. Because I'm feeling that if you like focus on one path, you might get less XP. So if you take everything, you might be able to just get like a lot in everything instead of just having like a little bit more in one. So I wonder if just going everything is the best choice. We'll see. Might be wrong. Alright, we have some more things over at Vesna. We inspect.
Luca. He must be the one who saved Vesna from the fire.
To the rescue. The words read from the doorframe of the burned house were Lucas. It was he who rescued Vesna from the fire, risking his own life. But what did it say? Wooden box. The box is marked with words of love, sweet as kisses. The names of Vesna and Luca intertwine. Cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from damp and rain, from all the evil of the the world carries with it. Okay.
There are so many words of love inscribed here.
A damaged axe shaft. The trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. Although it's already become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it, a loner by choice, with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. Trace certain Luca. Yeah, there's domestic squabbles. We already got that. Luca is a violent man, but he has a sincere love for Vesna. Quarrels are one thing, but he would never commit violence against her, as evidenced by the words written on the shaft of the axe. Luca and Vesna together are an explosive mix. They're impulsive, capable of getting lost in unwarranted anger and arguing as if there were no tomorrow. But at the same time, they sincerely love each other, and their love keeps burning with a hot flame, protecting them from losing themselves in pernicious emotions and preventing domestic violence. Alright. Alright, let's trick her into letting me into her house.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night of the murder and on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Give her the little doll you found.
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a Thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing, by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Okay. Oh, we gotta level up. More heart. Action reaction. Inflicts damage. Manipulation. Okay. Go to the forest clearing. I don't think we really have anything to say about the old lady yet. I feel like that's something that's happening later on. Oh, we have to... Dude, this guy didn't want to work, and now we're just, like, forcing him to go everywhere.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that Thaumaturge?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Bogosian. I am Polish. I'm Polish, man. Boots all covered in shit again. Me Polish, me got poop on boot.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
How'd she get here?
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Saliter here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Saliter is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Bukavach. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Difficulty. Yeah, sure, balanced. Whatever. I hate difficulty choices. I hate them. Fighting wild saluters. To defeat a wild saluter, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the wild saluter sends more enemies against you. Okay. Fuck you. I don't feel like it's worth it to do this from this guy. Look, I can do 1/4, more than 1/4 of his health and damage, or I can reduce his focus by 1/5. Just to be able to set up a bigger hit? That's not worth it. We'll just do damage. Fuck you! Oof. punching demons in the stomach. Ow! What was that? Bukavach has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read their descriptions carefully, and don't get caught off guard. Suffering receives damage 2 at the end of every round. The effect stacks times 4. Oh, I'm taking like 8 damage or some bullshit? %25 chance to kill. Removes negative states from you. Yeah, let's do that. Fuck you. Oh, I interrupted him, I think. Oh no, he's shouting at me. Fuck you. Did that... What was that? That region? Complications. Reduces restored health points by 40%. Okay. Wait, there are more people here now? I just want to clear the thing from me. Also, this stuns him. And then we can kill him. Bloody penance. Fuck you. Oh, fuck me. No interrupt. Oh, ouch. Oof. This is a guaranteed kill. I'm dying. Ow. Oh shit. You've acquired a flaw, vehemence. I won. I owned him.
You lose, you lose, you lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
You defeat Bukavach, the D-Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
That's a little...
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you... why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Remind Luca of the proof that he loves Vesna. Okay, this is weird. I don't really know what any of this really is doing. Because I like, what am I doing? Force Vesna to flee. Instead of doing what? She's a girl and there are like 7 lumberjacks here with axes. Like, what is she supposed to be doing? Prevent Luca from making a rash decision. I guess it's like preventing her from manipulating Luca into attacking these guys. But like, remind Luca of the proof that he loves Vesna. What does that mean? Isn't that just making him more prone to fight these guys? I'm gonna try one of these. I haven't really used any manipulation. Prevent Luca from making rash decisions.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, exactly. Beat it, you scoundrels. There's enough blood in this village already.
Sharing a village with murderers?
Oh, is that what's happening?
You were the first to spill blood!
It's not the same. If that's the case, you're banished from the village. Get out of here! We'll burn away the impurity you left in our village.
Me and my dumb bitch wife. Is he waving at me? Hello? What up? Yep, hello? Alright. Salutator tamed thanks to Rasputin's help. Alright, let's get this up then. I don't know if it like matters that you managed to connect up there or not. But I guess we can now manipulate the deed dimension. I'll get everything up to these, and then we'll see what happens. Brutality. Self-cast. Increases the damage from the Salutator's next attack by 50%. Okay. Makes every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage. For 7 time. Oh, we have a suffering ability. Receives 3 to 4 damage at the end of every round, max 4. Perfectionism. Let's put that on there. Now this one increases the damage from the Sellager's next attack. Sure, we can put that there. Wait. Oh, I thought you could like stack things. But you can only have one thing. Or? Seems like it. Okay, so it can have one thing equipped. That means that we want something that costs 3 here. I guess. Okay, so if we use this, this now reduces 2 focus. Then it might be more useful.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives?
Howdy,
The
partner.
postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment.
I'm from America.
I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
All right. He's an American.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
Tell him about your father's death.
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I don't know. You've just had to change your plans. What are my plans? You've got to go to Warsaw? I don't know. I don't know what any of these mean. I'm just gonna go to Warsaw.
I have to bury my father.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
We didn't actually interact more with the old lady. We got just teleported here immediately. No.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself. with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Loud.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I hate this city. It always makes me think of the stench of vodka, sweat, and urine. Corruption, poverty, and trust me, no justice but street justice.
I'm sure something must have changed since you left.
But probably not for the better.
What about the people? Those close to you? You'll never miss them?
Read him what the papers say about Warsaw. Not under circumstances like these.
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Give him a brief overview of the news.
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Tell him what you've sensed. Go back to reading the paper. Actually, give me a second. I have to say goodnight to my mommy, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I was gonna check if I left the stove on. I didn't. That's just how computers feel nowadays. I don't know. Just boils your apartment. Alright, tell him what you've sensed.
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've gotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Share a few observations.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
What do we call it in Swedish? Warszawa. Yeah. It's the Americans that have stupid names for everything. Like, where does Sweden even come from? Like, what is that? Look at what is happening! No. Right. Hold on. Switch scaling method. There we go. It's the DLSS fucking up.
When people unite, empires fall.
Oh, wrong way. That was the right way, so this is the right way. Not much to read. Oh, leveled up. Powerful mind. Dimension Force word. This upgrade adds a point to the dimension word. Yeah. Oh, we have more indeed now because we have this guy. He gives a bonus. Well, he doesn't give, but the flaw. But you get the flaw from having that guy. Right, I'm gonna take mind. No, this is mind. All right. The Daily Courier. The latest news. The Chief of Police of the city of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that, in connection with their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the streets on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently near major thoroughfares to protest against Thaumaturges and demand that His Majesty officially condemn Thaumaturges as charlatans and a menace to humanity. Yesterday, near Rimarska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that Thaumaturge be punishable by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police unit dispatched on the scene. Oh, I thought I could talk to the sleepy guy. To all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of Abarici Niedzik. Abarici Niedzik? Is that it? Abarici Niedzik. Niedzik. Yeah, you need like a Nied. Nied. Abarici Niedzik. Abarici Niedzik, leader of the Shivs gang, recently seen near Wirdzbowa Street. Description: hair blonde, eyes blue, face round, stature sizable. Distinctive marks: dark circles under his eyes, signifying exceptional anger. He is a thief and murderer, particularly active in the Srodmiesky area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributions to his apprehension shall be rewarded. Srodmiesky. Like, are you kidding me? Do you see how many apostrophes are in this fucking word? Srodmiesky. 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 It's pronounced, it says Shrudmie. You can't even pronounce that. S-H-C-H-E-H. Hold on.
She.
No, that's a fucking teddy bear.
Śródmieście. Śródmieście. Śródmieście.
Śródmieście.
Śródmieście.
Śródmieście.
Śródmieście.
Śródmieście. That was kind of how I was pronouncing it, to be honest. Śródmieście. Alright. He's a thief and murderer, particularly active in Srodmiestie area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded. Anti-Thaumaturge leaflets. Citizen, beware of Thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society. Let us protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let us get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that Thaumaturge brains are burned out from the thoughts that go against nature. Hence, they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Let us act now before it is too late. I mean, I feel like they have a point. My guy is literally like oh, I'm going to get this fucking stand so I can use it to manipulate people's minds. Like, he literally said that. He literally said that. He should be in prison. The Country. Weekly magazine. Change of Warsaw's Governor General. Today, the Supreme Order of August 28 was announced. The Governor General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Maksimowicz, will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He will be replaced by his second-in-command, Adjutant General Scalon. Or Scalon. If only I could read. Did that guy really say that? The Warsaw Courier. Their Majesties have arrived. When this issue of the Courier is in your hands, the ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, the King of Poland, and the Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness, Tsarina Alexandra Fyodorovna, will arrive in our city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. In this long-awaited and joyous occasion, our city has taken up a festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery, and the entire area that the royal procession will take place through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage. I know you can say homage, but wishing to pay homage. How the fuck do you pronounce that?
Homage.
Homage. Yeah. Homage. Okay, just pretend that it doesn't have the H. Homage. Then it makes sense. Wishing people to pay homage to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all of the kingdom. And with that vow of loyal allegiance, Polish hearts send to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desires and lasting comfort. These arrived from His Majesty's words, who declared in his grand manifestos that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs. Those gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland, and in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today, trusting their substantial needs will be recognized and ready for civic and public service. You have to read, it gives XP. Revolutionary leaflets. Brothers, the 11-hour workdays are yeah. Brothers, the 11-hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike. Put down your tools and join the fight for our future. Only 11 hours? What the hell? I bet you want, like, Sundays off or something too. Like, what the hell? Castellanska. What is an N with an apostrophe? Is that like a nye? Castellanian? But that doesn't make any sense. Castellanska. Or is it a long N? Castellanska? Castellanska restaurant. Whatever. Castellanska restaurant. Menu. Borscht or broth. Fruit soup. Pottage with crayfish, goose in jelly, young turkey, romaine lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups, cucumber salad, compote, cream with chocolate, pears a la Otero, cup of greengages. What the fuck is that? Greengage? Greengage? Green gauge?
Green gauge.
The fuck is a green gauge? A plum cultivar with greenish-yellow flesh and skin. A green gauge. It's a green plum. Okay, never heard of that. Never seen that before in my life. Cup of green gauges. Mocha black coffee. Local lager. English porter. Portioned caviar and snacks. Alright, XP. That seems to be it. The city that does not forget.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw Georgi Antonovich Skałon.
Skałon.
A butcher.
Keep listening.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
Even evasive response.
I was born in Warsaw, but I'm lapsed. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Premia terrora zakończyłaś.
Idy na chuj!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Poliaki. We want that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
Say you think she took you for one of her lackeys. I will kneel.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
Ask her what she's suggesting.
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy.
Ask who she is.
Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't
An American,
usually
maybe.
hide ammunition
American
in their
damsel.
stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
Sure.
I'm going to take a look around.
You gained pistol bullets. Bullets that fell from under the woman's dress, scattered on the pavement. Small bullets carry big emotions. Hope, because they were meant to benefit the cause. Fear, which in these difficult times makes its way to even the hardiest of hearts. And determination, the companion of courage, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarments with care and precision, just like the previous time, and the time before that. This is nothing new for the person who took the risk. Is it the music volume or is it sound effects? Either way, it's a bit loud. I just wanted the voices to be higher. It was rigged. Give me a break. A police barrier meant to help with keeping order during the rally. The seemingly ordinary barrier carries the memory of a hand whose firm grip represents the determination of the one who controls it. It was the gendarme commander who set up the barrier, carrying in his heart a desire to return to the warmth of his home. All he needed was a scapegoat.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Ask if he wants bloodshed here.
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine?
Fuck off.
The workers' leader is a charismatic man whose words greatly move the crowd. He will not keep quiet, even if it means ending up in a cell. That's called a provocateur. Sergeant, corporal.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gendarme readiness. Gendarmes are ready to pacify the crowd. They won't hesitate to arrest those who draw their attention. The sergeant wants to call it a day and go home as fast as possible. A manhunt entails a lot of work that he'd rather avoid. With a little nudge, he might settle for taking in the agitators and letting the rest go. The workers' leader is perfect for the role.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to
They're ready
get
to
this
perform
situation resolved.
Anvin Square.
Off, Poriak, or we'll start shooting.
What do you mean? That never happened.
Scrum. Davai.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hand Wanda over to them. Make the sergeant accuse the worker. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Dostateczno. Should we go in and capture the worker who's mouthing off and let the rest go?
Da, Sergeant. We can use anyone as an example.
Shagom march!
He's fucking massive, dude.
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
I wanted to thank you at our next meeting. We could use someone like you.
We? Meaning the people you were carrying ammunition for and who got you Dutch pomade for your hair.
You haven't just got pretty eyes, you know how to use them. Maybe you'll find time one day for some jam donuts at Burke Rot Blitz's?
Fearless Wanda, the smuggler of bullets, proposes a meeting at Burke Rocklitz's. The woman I met during the kettling incident was smuggling bullets in the nooks and crannies of her undergarments. Clearly, it wasn't the first time she'd done that. Unfortunately, this time the garter didn't hold, and the bullets fell onto the pavement. Maybe fate will have us cross paths again, and we'll meet at Burke Rocklitz's for jam donuts. Very well. Can't go there. We can't go there. I feel like I'm having tearing issues, but I'm not sure. But I can't turn on desync. But I guess, oh, maybe not. I think it's just janky. Because I think desync is kind of like built in with the upscaler, so you can't have it both because it doesn't do anything. But I don't know. It feels something is weird. Something is weird. Catch a tram. Is this city huge? Hotel Imperialny. Locked. Get a carriage. Not much going on. Alright, I guess we'll just head over to the destination. Wait. What the fuck? Oh, can't get out there either. Oh no, what the fuck? Just infinite spawning barricades. Alright, it looks like we're heading to the cemetery. Polski Cemetery. Polski. Advertisement. Józefa Nowinska's funeral parlor in Warsaw, 16 Targowa Street, offers first-rate decorations and equipment. It arranges funerals ranging from the humble to the most extravagant. Very low prices. Level up. And we can take the last word. Which gives us powerful minds. Makes you lose focus instead of taking damage. Nah. Brochure, the Grand Derby, on Pole Mokotowski. October 5 starts at 2 p.m. shady guy.
Excuse me, what's going on here?
They're burying Satan in sacred ground.
Some of those assembled believe it to be sacrilege. Konstancja Shabowska, the Warsaw Courier. What is your opinion, considering the book at your side?
He's a tempermancer. Don't let him through.
Force your way through. Tell them to get out of your way.
I'm asking you kindly get out of my way before things get nasty.
Get that heretic with fire and sword.
I feel like feeding your pride. He's just a fat guy, dude. Selecting yourself or a Salutor. You can preview both you and your Salutor's skills. This will help you plan your attack. Summoning another Salutor. You can summon another Salutor at any time. A green frame around the Salutor's image means they are exceptionally effective in a fight with the given enemy. Read the description above the Salutor to find out why they will be useful at that moment. Focus deprivation will be more effective against this enemy. Okay. Will it? It looks like they're better off just being murdered. This is how much damage they're doing to me. We're messing up Bill Gates over here. We do big damage. Big giga dam. Fuck you. Ah, oof. Ouch, Jesus. Enemy reinforcements? What the hell? Alright, we set up the damage over time. This isn't worth it. He has like infinity. It's better off. We're better off just punching him in the nose. I mean, we can try to interrupt him. Bam! Yeah, fuck you. And then we uppercut him. He's got a pistol! Help! Enemies can have a trait that makes them immune to your attacks. Traits are related to different dimensions and they can be disabled. To disable an enemy's trait, attack them with a Salutor that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. Note that if you don't have the required dimension force, you can take away all of the opponent's focus and launch a strong attack. Resistance reduces damage taken by 80%. Attack with Upure to disable. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna do this then. and will try to interrupt him shooting me with the gun. What the fuck? I also have a gun? What? I did what? Did I just shoot him for 1 damage? Okay. Fuck you. Just kill the guy in the streets? That's how you do it in Poland.
That was so enchanting. Spectacular.
What do you mean?
With a scowl and a puffed out chest, and then dropping like flies in the blink of an eye? Collapsing
Is she
on
a
your own,
psycho?
becoming delirious? Extraordinary.
I literally shot him in the fucking heart.
Thank you, but I'm already late.
Yeah, I'm late. Parish announcements. Saturday, 7 a.m. Votive service in honor of Our Lady of the Rosary. For the intention of the brothers and sisters of the Confraternity of the Holy Rosary. 9 a.m. Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loreto, with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. Obituary notice. The late Franciszek Hillmantel. Franciszek Hillmantel went to be with the Lord, following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18, 1905, at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anna's Church on Krakowski, Predmiejski on August 25 at 11:00, followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb at Powadzki's Cemetery. Alright, hold on, I need to look for XP. What is this? Drink hot chocolate? Note with an advertisement. Men's tailor, Roch Dobrudzki, accepts all manner of tailoring work, offering the lowest possible prices. Expect thoroughness, tastefulness, and diligence from the start to finishing touches. 11 Prozna Street. Entry from the front. A sweet aftertaste with a hint of bitterness. A postcard from the overseas world where the song of heavenly birds meets the rattle of slave chains. Yummy chucky. Alright. Like, every little thing gives you XP, so I feel like if you don't go and find everything, you're losing, and it's a lot of XP too. It's like 10% of a level or something. Every single thing. Stanislaus obituary. Stanislaw Zulski. Widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, father and husband, died suddenly on August 31 at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles Borromeo Church, on Saturday, September 7 at 1100, which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends, and acquaintances. Rip Marja Wisnowska, Polish stage artist. B. December 23, 1861. D. July 1, 1890. To my beloved daughter, a woeful mother. Here lies Jan Schmilak, our dear friend. In 1891 he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside. What he was, never you mind. See, level up. Now what though? We're balked here. I wonder if I should just... I feel a little bit like in Disco Elysium. There, it's not always best to just spend your points immediately. You just kind of chill and wait until you're blocked by something, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, let's spend some points now. But you do run the risk. If you do that, you do then run the risk of not being able to do something in the moment in like an event. But generally speaking, it's useful. Mr. Zulski.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat.
Hayat.
Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Mordecai.
Thank you. Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
Ask why he's so interested.
Why are you so interested in my father's cause of death? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
Yes. No, I'm trying to not like... I don't know if it's that kind of game where just like saying everything has potentially negative impacts on things. But I'm trying to just avoid just saying everything. Because that's stupid. Like, what if it was with the news and I said that I don't know why my father was dead? And then you'd run some hit piece on me based on that. Tomb, Graf, Friedrich Karl Nesselrode, 1786 to 1868. Seine Tochter, Marie Mochanov, Ruth bei ihm, 1822-1874. Tellergis. Yes, give me more tombs. More tombs. More tombs is more XP. I think that's it. Oh, actually, we're in the wrong section. You have to go all the way around. They say you have to cut off a Thaumaturge's head after they die. Oh.
I knew you'd turn up. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well.
Stasha.
Said you found some quack healer.
Yes, thank you.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Voronian, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister. She's worried. We'll talk at home.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Stay to say goodbye to your father.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Read the obituary aloud. Isn't that a bit? Leave now that you've said your goodbyes.
Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
Find out what he wants.
What do you want?
Well, what do people come to funerals for? I came to pay my respects to the dead. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
Admit you haven't made up your mind yet.
I haven't had time to think about it.
I understand. I hope you'll find some reason to stay here a little longer. Again, my condolences.
I'm sure this guy isn't evil or anything.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Konieczkin. Ivan Konieczkin. Goodbye.
Konieczkin. Konieczkin. Konieczkin.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Okay with a note. A few flowers gathered together and a note. You were closer to me than I could ever admit, and now you're gone. My heart is yearning. S. The simple words contain a sea of sadness and longing. The letter was written with a trembling heart that cannot come to terms with the loss. It seems that someone was greatly affected by my father's death. Nikodem Zulski. Józefina Zulska. Ne Hohenlohe. Wreath with a note. Someone has left an unusual note by the generic funeral wreath. Eat dirt, Zulski. In blunt terms, it expresses joy about Stanislav's death. The wreath was thrown carelessly, but some time and effort went into the words in the note. Several versions were written, all of which seemed insufficiently offensive to the author. In the end, he decided on the simple yet eloquent "Eat dirt, Zulski." Someone has left a note next to the simple wreath. We had our differences regarding methods, but we shared the same goal. We will carry on. And you rest in peace, brother. Your friends in Thaumaturge. The note features condolences from friends in Thaumaturge. Apparently, Father must have kept in touch with other people in our profession. More people than I would have guessed came to say their farewells to Father. It turns out that he had both friends who were clearly affected by his death and enemies who found it exceptionally pleasing. Well, it seems Father evoked extreme emotions in the people he had encountered during his life. Some random guy out in the rain.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Shabwowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Ask Lygia if you ought to intervene. Don't cause problems for her.
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge? I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Hurry up, we'll get soaked. What, in a little drizzle like this? It's raining it's raining a lot. Yes, even her panties? The fuck?
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Tell her not to trouble herself.
No need to fuss, Grażynka. I'm used to worse chills than this.
It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Cocoa is a stupid word. Father's portrait. The portrait depicts father in his twilight years. The serious expression on his face, the proud posture, and the grimoire in his hand, combined with the dark background and lack of embellishments. It all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislaw. However, a faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Apparently artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument for capturing the thaumaturgic aura. The Warsaw Courier, Evening Extra. Here is the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty Emperor Nikolai II's speech today, a moment after our gracious Emperor announced Georgy Skalon as the new Governor General of Warsaw. A group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmerie were quick to get the situation under control, however. A few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Pietya, forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
Okay. Basement. Let's go to the basement after we finish clicking on everything. Bust of Morgana. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotions. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. It makes me think of the words, if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. That's through here. 365 dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Lucina C. Capon or pullet with sausages. Clean and pluck the capon while warm. Burn off the remaining feathers and knots over the fire. What's a capon? It's a chicken. Oh no. The guy in Kingdom Come is called Chicken. Sir Chicken. It's a male chicken that has been castrated or neutered. It's a male castrated chicken. That's not a good name. Clean and pluck the capon. While warm, burn off the remaining feathers and knots over the fire. Slice off the giblets to add them to the broth. Rinse, salt throughout, and roast on a spit while coating with butter. When finishing roasting, put a large spoonful of sausage butter inside. What the fuck is sausage butter? Sausage butter inside. Sprinkle the top with breadcrumbs. Douse in liquid butter and fry in the pan. If you don't have sausages, a piece of butter with pepper will do. You can also put the sausage butter in the capon once it is on the platter. Very interesting, very interesting. Gracina's liquor recipe. Liqueur. Gracina's liquor recipe. Quench liquor with amber. Pour a pot of ripe, duly pickled kinch. The fuck is kinch? Kinch. Kinch fruits. Kinch. Fuck is a kinch? A palm fruit. Kinch. It's some bullshit fruit. Quince.
Quince.
Quince. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, quince. Alright, let's try again. Quince liquor with amber. Pour a pot of ripe, duly pickled quince fruits into a 4-gallon demijohn. Is that like a demilich? A demigod? A 4-gallon demijohn, and pour in a light cooled syrup with 6 pounds of sugar and 2 gallons of water. Add 10 pieces of amber. And 2 gallons of water. Add 10 pieces of amber, stir perfectly, and add half a gallon of your best spirit. Seal and place in a moderately warm place out of the sun for 10 days, stirring several times per day, shaking the demijohn. After 10 to 12 days, when the clumps have sunk and the liquid is completely clear, pour into bottles, cork tightly, and keep in a cool, dry cellar.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Okay. I want to continue checking this place first. Garden. Green square. What's been happening? My father died and we went to the graveyard and said goodbye. And then an evil guy appeared. And said that he knew my father. And then he left. And now we're at the house. Are you guys really sitting out here in the fucking rain? Doesn't make any sense. This is where you enter. All right. Basement. A bottle of red wine from the United States, hard to get. An inability to articulate brought on by great surprise clings to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat, despite the adoration for this particular liquor. It is a favorite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. Ligia. A portrait of mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and a silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle. That's not how I remember her. Nadia is a young, unkept maiden. It's hard to believe. This shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era, a time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions. Poems were created to the sound of a storm. Love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting. A bottle of white wine from southern France, an expensive beverage popular among aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take on a romantic edge. A beverage enjoyed by the upper crust given to a man by a woman. A small bottle of quince liquor with amber, a beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of ritual, an element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. Every bottle found in the Zulski's cellar contains a creditable beverage. Uncle Voronin wouldn't disregard any of them. We have 2 levels. Right, I'm gonna save them.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
Give him a bottle of liquor.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle.
Battle.
We would meet in Stasia's study after every funeral we went to, and raised a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasia and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone?
Drink to an easy death.
I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? To Stasio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Ask about Chayat. What is that?
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
Join the reading of the will.
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Hear out the lawyer in silence.
Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter Lygia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Lygia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Ask if your mother is getting anything. Wait for the end of the ceremony.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared? Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Ask about your father's death.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
we rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him, myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Energitas, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that
Aboritse.
Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
Ask about Ivan Konechkin.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konechkin.
Konechkin.
Have you heard anything about him?
Konechkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
But this guy was bald. He was bald. And he had a massive scar across his entire face. And he was bald.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
All right. We'll stop there for today. It's most certainly Giga Slapjank. Like it's so rough in quality, but at the same time, it's like the quality is really high overall, but like the actual execution of it is like it's rough. But I actually kind of like it so far. So, but yeah, we'll continue. Oh, I have another level up. Well, that means we can maybe spend a point like over here. Action, reaction, agony. The skill additionally casts the state on a random enemy. Casts suffering. Receives damage 3 to 4 at the end of every round. Oh, okay. Actually, we can just take both of these. I have no reason to save the points here. Because once we get these, we'll be at the same spot here. So we'll just save the point until we get here. Right? Now these didn't actually progress my dimension force. And since we don't have these, maybe I should upgrade one of these. Just in case. Maybe we'll go hard. Oh, it costs 2, never mind. Alright. But yeah. We'll maybe continue tomorrow. We shall see. Anyway, until next time. Thanks for hanging. Have a good night. Bye bye.